is going on, y'all? So, I think this is going to be episode 14 or 15, something like that, on the Road to National series. I just dropped my first arm day training video today. Honestly, super proud of that. And that's actually, like I said, it's going to be its own little separate series, since strict curling doesn't actually have anything to do with going to USAPL or USPA Nationals. So definitely not going to be anything going on with that when it comes to Nationals. I'm just trying to get to the championships in probably the ISCA, or I might end up doing a different federation. Because strict curling, it's just for fun, to be honest. Like, it's a fun thing to do, to see how much you can curl. So I'm going to be doing that, and then I'll be just putting out videos on that probably every Friday or Wednesday. Right now I'm actually gotten fairly consistent with doing it every Monday, and then I'm doing it every Monday, Friday. But today it's deadlifts, and I'm super excited for this because this is going to be going for a 1 rep max at about an RPE 8. So I'm 4 weeks out. Yeah, so I'm 4 weeks out. So this one's gonna be an RPE 8 on deadlift today. So the perceived number is gonna be 465. But to be honest, since 455 moved okay for 3 on a, commercial gym bar, I'm honestly feeling like 465 is going to move a whole lot better, but that's going to definitely depend on my fuel up, my warm up, and just seeing how everything's moving. Bench press moved incredibly this week. Squats, not so much, and that's usually how it goes. Like, if one lift does incredible, the other lift tends to suffer, but if one lift does horrible, the other lifts usually do better. Like, the days I do great on squat are usually the days where my bench is a little iffy and my deadlift's a little iffy. And then the days where my squat's not that good, as it usually is, my bench and or deadlift is just immaculate. So we'll be seeing how that goes. But I'm on my way to exceed performance. You might notice I'm not wearing any on repeat sports gear today. No particular reason. I just wanted to see how the tank top with mesh shorts look goes, because I'm at the moment working on getting mesh shorts that are for on repeat sports into our apparel. But right now, while I'm on my way to exceed, I'm going to go over my workout. Basically, the only annoying thing about my deadlift days is I have to squat before, but it does help warm everything up. So I'm going to be opening up my workout with my classic box squats, if Exceed has a box. Yeah, no, they have boxes. So I'm going to start out with box squats on the SSB. I'm probably not going to be going over anything over 330 at most for a few reps. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to move on to deadlifts. Work up to that top set of 465, making sure my hips and my back are plenty of warm. So I'm probably going to be doing a few adductor movements with the bands, and then also a little bit of chest supported rows with dumbbells, just because in my experience, having that kind of having that thickness to the back, or not thickness, but just kind of feeling like my rhomboids, trapezius, and a little bit of my lats has helped keep everything stable when I'm deadlifting. So I'm going to use those to warm up with. And then after that, it's going to be banded back down sets with probably somewhere around 400 for 6 singles. And then glute hip thrusts. If they don't have a good machine for that, I might end up using a barbell. Otherwise, I'll just do glute focused belt squats. And then After that, I'll be doing 2 back movements and a trap movement. So we'll see how that goes. I'll probably be doing barbell rows, lat pull downs. I'm not the biggest fan of the lat pull down device that they have at that gym, so I might end up using their cable stack instead. And then after that, I'll be doing shrugs, and then that'll be the workout. I might end up doing something else for my abdomen, but honestly, I've been doing this morning routine. I call it waking up like a Viking, or just waking up like a giant, because I've been watching, in my opinion, way too much Vox Machina, and Grog is my dude. He's so relatable, not gonna lie. And I kind of warm up just using my old barbell, because the way my barbell works is I'm able to swing it around with little 2.5 plates, and I just stack those, and that's helped me get to being able to make a makeshift mace while I'm looking for a controllable mace at the moment. Honestly, it's a great setup, so I highly recommend it. But yeah, so once I'm all done there, I'm gonna head home, and then I got a crazy morning ahead of me. So let's not dilly-dally. I'm gonna down my pre once I get there. Probably gonna be doing. No, I need all the stim I can get. So I'm gonna be doing a moderate stim today, not high stim, but I'll be doing a good stim pre-workout today. Probably one of my old Total Wars. And anyways, I'm gonna get some carbs in me real quick, and then I'm still about 20 minutes out from the gym, so I'm just gonna have my pre-workout when I get there. So let's see what happens. Finally arrived, and honestly, it's feeling like a beach tea type of day, so I'm gonna be down in that right before I head inside. There's not an actual Allstate there. That building's been abandoned for 6 months. See how like crisp these plates are. So these are ZKC plates. Henry, the owner of this place, bought them at the meet that I first went to that introduced me to this gym, and they're crisp. Not the biggest fan of them, but you gotta see this. That is airtight. Calibrated plates are the best.
What you say? shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say, yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way. My way, so you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say, yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah,
I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me?
I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, heart full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo.
I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots, all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me?
I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay.
And that's a wrap on the workout. Today was definitely a heavy day. And to be frank, I was definitely underfed for this one. So to be honest, I've been sleeping a lot better since I finished finals about 2 weeks ago. A little over 2 weeks ago, I finished finals. So it feels good to fix that, because during my trip to Virginia, my sleep was just gone. Like, I think it was both gone and great at the same time. Like, my circadian rhythm was out the window, garbage, because like, due to A, not getting much sleep in general, and B, jumping ahead 3 hours. So I was in Virginia, which is in Eastern Standard Time. For those of you who don't know, that's 3 hours ahead of Pacific Standard Time where I live. So like, by the time it was 3 in the morning, it felt like it was midnight. And for the past month or so, that's around the time I was falling asleep. And so I didn't fall asleep at 3 in the morning, thankfully, but I woke up at 3 in the morning on Saturday, the day I arrived. Yeah, so I woke up at 3 in the morning, Saturday morning, Pacific Standard Time. So I woke up at 3 to get to the airport, because it was a 2-hour drive to get to the airport, because I thought I was going to be staying in my apartment, which was only about 30 minutes away from the airport. But unfortunately, I ended up moving out earlier than I had intended to. So that resulted in me having to wake up at 3 in the morning with my mom, fly to the airport, get to the airport by about 5-ish, and then the flight left at 6. So by the time I got to the airport, I was already jacked up. And then I immediately get there and I Ubered straight from the airport to the gym, because I had no time to get to the gym because it was on the weekend. And the only gym that was open, or the gym that I wanted to go to, closed, or their staff closed at 6, so I wouldn't be able to buy a day pass until they're like 20 minutes to spare for my friend to come in and me to sign the paperwork and everything like that. And then bubblegum shrimp. For those of you who know where I am, y'all can figure it out. So by the time I got to the gym, it was 5 in the afternoon. So I left at 6 in the morning, got to the gym at 5 in the afternoon. Jumping 3 hours ahead, of course, and that was a 6-hour flight and then an hour drive to the gym. So wow. So by the time everything was all situated, and then Saturday, I ended up hitting a 450-pound deadlift. Which was awesome, but that was on so little sleep. It looked horrendous, and it was with a bar and weights and a platform that I wasn't used to. Still got it, which was awesome. Wasn't a PR, but that was the heaviest I've hit in the past 3 months, and then I ended up hitting that same amount of weight for 3 the next week. But that night, I didn't get to sleep till, despite the fact that like my sleep was so messed up, my body basically was just like, hey, I don't know what's going on. So basically, just until I ate and felt like going to sleep, I didn't end up going to sleep till like 1 in the morning, because that's just when I felt tired. And then, but despite that, despite me falling asleep at 1 in the morning, I woke up the next day at 1 in the afternoon, which completely jacked up my schedule, because I literally only had about 8 hours of daylight to do stuff. Not even, like 6 hours of daylight and like 8 hours to do everything, which I had to go to my friend's party, see them, get food somehow with no car, because rental cars, you can't actually rent a car if you're under 25 without getting a extreme fee jacked up on you for any car rental business, which wasn't 100% aware of, which kind of sucked, but it's whatever. That's the downside of only being 20 years old. And then I was gonna go to the gym that Sunday because I still had to do my shoulder workout. But unfortunately, just by the time everything was said and done, the gym was closed. So I couldn't, So by the time everything was said and done, the gym was closed, so I couldn't get my day pass. And then I was looking around at other gyms, and I thought I could go to a 24-hour, but one downside, and I completely forgot about this, one downside about 24-hour fitness is some of those locations are still ironically named, because unlike the gym that I worked at, which was a super sport, so they got preferential treatment in funding, so they were able to get more staff to work there during the graveyard shifts, which results in them actually being capable of being open for 24 hours, while other smaller locations, which the location nearest to me in Virginia they closed at freaking 6 in the afternoon, or I don't think it was 6 in the afternoon, I think it was like 8 o'clock at night or something like that, because that's how it was at the gym I used to work at prior to it closing. They had those hours, but just that lets me not being able to go to the gym that day, so I ended up doing calisthenics, and then I ate, and then I had dinner, and that led me to going to sleep again at like 1 in the afternoon. And then on Monday, I woke up at like noonish or something, and this time to actually hit a proper squat day. But then that night, I had to go to sleep at like 9 o'clock at night to wake up at 4 in the morning to get my, No, not 4 in the morning. I think it was like 4:45ish in the morning to get my Uber to the airport because my plane left at 7 in the morning. So my sleep's been jacked up. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Long ass rant, basically say my sleep's been messed up for a minute. So my sleep has been incredibly better, considering. That's not saying a whole lot, but my sleep pattern has been consistent, which is going to change this weekend because I'm going to be waking up hella early for the 2 meets that I have that are like almost 2 hours away from where I live. So I was underfed today, but I didn't let that affect me. I still hit 460. I think like the exact conversion was like 463 or something like that. Kilos are weird. I think it was like 462. Hit that for a single. Got it. And then I did my band work. The thing about my band work is it can be really difficult to get the band set up as much as I'd like to. But I'm 4 weeks out, so next week is going to be a deload week. Then there's going to be 2 heavy weeks, or a build-up week, and then a heavy week, then a complete rest week, essentially, and then I compete on July 1st. So, for those of you who don't know, the 460 that I got is 10 pounds over the lift I completed, like properly completed at my last meet. So that's 10 pounds over, which was my second attempt. And that's only about, I want to say, 10 pounds under my third attempt, which I got. Like, I lifted it, got it, no problem. The issue was I did not think I was completely locked out when I was lifting, which resulted in me hitching the weight to try and like lock it out, and I got called for hitching. So good news is I'm not going to get called for that. The good news is I'm probably going to be hitting 500. Well, 490. My goal of deadlift for the last 6 months has been hit 4 reds. And the fact that I am literally hitting a blue, I'm capable of hitting a blue with a clip almost 4 months ago. About 4 months ago, I was able to hit a blue with a clip then. I'm definitely hitting 4 reds in a clip within the next month. So super stoked with that. Band work on the glute bridges was actually very great. Completely forgot because the past few weeks, the gym I've been training at had a glute raise machine, so I was able to use that instead of bands. But the gym I'm at right now doesn't have a glute bridge machine. So when I was looking at my program, I remembered, oh wait, I'm supposed to be doing standing glute bridge with heavy bands because that's supposed to simulate the lockout on a deadlift with your glutes and back. So that allowed me to actually train properly. So it did great. I ended up doing about 250 something pounds with the bands, which was not a lot, but for 10, that's pretty impressive. And then ended up doing my barbell rows at 225. First few sets were a little weird just because I had been doing a different type of row for the past few weeks, and then switching to barbell was a little bit of a switch, especially with deadlift. But honestly, I didn't really feel it on my lower back because for the longest time, I was always feeling barbell rows, especially stiff-legged, in my lower back. But learning to properly brace, especially on deadlift, just yielded a lot more stability when I'm rowing. So I was able to focus a lot more on the back, but I do have to widen my grip a bit more when I do it. Otherwise, it feels a lot more like a bicep movement. So learn about that. And then wasn't able to film my shrugs, but I ended up doing chest supported shrugs with the 90s, which was pretty good. And then just to finish it off, just because my back was a little bit off, I ended up doing a little bit of pull-ups on the bar, or just the rack, just to kind of burn out, which was pretty fun. I did like 3 sets of 4 or 5, which at 250 pounds body weight, pretty good. And then, yeah, that's finished it up. I'm heading home. I'm gonna be grabbing some food. It's currently 9:30 at night, so pretty much right after I eat, I'm gonna take my sleep supplements, which is just ashwagandha and then magnesium carbonate, or calm. I'm gonna take that because I've got a very, very early morning ahead of me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be waking up at like 3:45-ish to 4 in the morning tomorrow. No, I'm gonna be waking up at about 4:15 tomorrow, leaving my house by 4:30, and then picking up a teammate of mine in Escondido, because him and I are working I forget the name, but it's a bench press it's a national bench press competition that's going to be held on the Navy SEAL base in San Diego. So your boy's going to be meeting a couple Navy SEALs, but that's going to be fun. I'm going to be spotting and loading that meet, and then I really loaded my plate up this weekend, but it's good because I get paid for these meets. And the downside of owning your own business is a lot of what you make goes back, not a lot of, almost everything you make goes back into the business until the business becomes prosperous. So like what I make doing meets, doing other stuff, and then on coaching, that like helps support me. And then that's also why I do this YouTube channel. The YouTube channel helps support me. So if you want to support me, if you made it to the end of this video, props. But if you want to support me, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments, and then let me know what you'd like to see. I'm always doing training vlogs. I'm trying to get more into diet, and then I'm also getting more into instructional videos on powerlifting. And then I'm going to be making a little sub-series on, I'm going to be making a sub-series on spotting and loading, because I've definitely learned a lot about spotting and loading, and I kind of like to teach a lot of people about that, because I've been seeing a lot of people recently who haven't really been doing the job properly, in my opinion. And like I've been seeing it all over, so like, I don't know, just having the information out there might do some people some good. So we'll see. But anyways, hope y'all have a wonderful day. Hope y'all train hard, you haven't gone to the gym today, okay, if there's still time, we're going tomorrow. Wake up early and do it. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay strong.